High volatility in Avinger stock price on Friday, which ended trading at 90 cents, updated on January 8, 2021. Buy or hold candidate since December 22, 2020 gain 194.12%. The Avinger stock price gained 37.81% on the last trading day, Friday, 8 January 2021, rising from 65 cents to 90 cents, and has now gained 3 days in a row. It will be exciting to see whether it manages to continue gaining or take a minor break for the next few days. During the day the stock fluctuated 30.72% from a day low at 77 cents to a day high of $1. The price has risen in 6 of the last 10 days and is up by 158.77% over the past 2 weeks. Volume has increased on the last day along with the price, which is a positive technical sign, and, in total, 93 million more shares were traded than the day before. In total, 107 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $95.46 million. The stock has broken the very wide and strong rising the short-term trend up, and an even stronger rate of rising is indicated. For any reaction back there will now be support on the roof on the current trend broken at $0.52, a level that may pose a second chance to hit a runner. According to fan theory, 62 cents will be the next possible trend top level and thereby pose a resistance level that may not be broken at the first attempt. Signals and forecast. The Avinger stock holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, giving a positive forecast for the stock. Also, there is a general buy signal from the relation between the two signals where the short-term average is above the long-term average. On corrections down, there will be some support from the lines at 61 cents and 38 cents. A breakdown below any of these levels will issue sell signals. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Tuesday, December 29, 2020. And so far it has risen 131.42%. Further rise is indicated until a new top pivot has been found. Furthermore, there is a buy signal from the 3 months moving average convergence divergence, MACD. Volume is rising along with the price. This is considered to be a good technical signal. Support, risk and stop loss. There is no support from accumulated volume below today's level, and given the right condition the stock may perform very badly in the next couple of days. 90 cents. This stock may move very much during a day, volatility, and with a very large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band. This stock is considered to be very high risk. During the last day, the stock moved 24 cents between high and low, or 30.72%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 21.33%. The Avinger stock is extremely overbought on RSI 1479. Normally this may pose a good selling opportunity, but since the stock has broken the trend up, the chance for a major correction due to high RSI is very small, as the stock will find support at the trend broken. Our recommended stop loss, 86 cents, minus 3.42%. This stock has very high daily movements and this gives very high risk. The RSI 14 is 79 and this increases the risk substantially. There is a buy signal from a pivot bottom found 7 days ago. Is Avinger stock a buy? Avinger holds several positive signals, but we still don't find these to be enough for a buy candidate. At the current level, it should be considered as a hold candidate, hold or accumulate, in this position whilst awaiting further development. Due to some small weaknesses in the technical picture, we have downgraded our analysis conclusion for this stock since the last evaluation from a buy candidate to a hold/accumulate candidate. Current score, 0.000. Predicted opening price for Avinger of Monday, January 11, 2021. The predicted opening price is based on yesterday's movements between high, low, and the closing price. Fair opening price January 11, 2021. Current price $0.89. Avinger Incorporated manufactures catheter devices used to treat vascular diseases. It designs, manufactures and sells image-guided, catheter-based systems that are used by physicians to treat patients with peripheral artery disease. AVGR is overvalued compared to its price of 90 cents per share, has below average safety, and is currently rated a hold. Recommendation, REC. Hold. REC reflects the cumulative effect of all the vector vest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value. Current price, 90 cents. Current value, 20 cents. AVGR has a current value of 20 cents per share, compared to a price of 90 cents per share. This stock is currently overvalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential, relative value/RV. Very poor. RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. AVGR has an RV of 0.45, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety, relative safety/RS. Poor. RS is an indicator of risk. AVGR has an RS of 0.50, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RS is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility and other factors. Timing, relative timing/RT. Excellent. RT analyzes a stock's price trend. AVGR has a relative timing of 1.41, which is excellent on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating, value safety timing/VST. Fair. VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. AVGR has a VST rating of 0.95, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, RS, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety, and timing. Stop price. Stop price, $0, 0.45. Stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. AVGR has a stop of 45 cents per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. C. Comfort Index. Very poor. C is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. AVGR has a C rating of 0.23, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. C is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT, earnings growth rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. AVGR has a forecasted earnings growth rate of 16.00%, which VectorVest considers to be very good. EPS, earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. AVGR has a forecasted EPS of -18 cents per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. PE, price-to-earnings ratio. PE shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. AVGR has a PE of -4.98. The average PE of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is 62.12. A. Earnings yield. A reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. AVGR has an A of -20.10%. This is below the current average of 1.61% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE, growth to PE ratio. AVGR has a GPE rating of -3.22. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. Dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in division. AVGR does not pay a dividend. DI, dividend yield. DI reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. AVGR does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DI equals 100x, div/price. It is useful to compare DI with A. If DI is not significantly lower than A, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS, dividend safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. AVGR does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and A levels that are much higher than DI. DG, dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. AVGR does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG Vector. YSG is an indicator which combines DI, DS and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. AVGR does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety, and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. AVGVol. AVGVol is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. AVGR has an AVGVol of 13,856,356 shares traded per day. Percent volume. Percent volume reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the AVGVol. Percent volume equals volume, AVGVol, 100. AVGR had a percent volume of 669.24% on Friday, January 8, 2021. Percent PRC, AVGR price changed 37.81% from the prior day's closing price. Sales, AVGR has annual sales of 8 million. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. AVGR has a sales growth of -4.00% per year. This is very poor. Sales per share, SPS, AVGR has annual sales of 10 cents per share. Price to sales ratio, PS, AVGR has a PS of 8.85. Shares, AVGR has 84 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization, AVGR has a market capitalization of 76 million. Business sector, AVGR has been assigned to the healthcare business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group, AVGR has been assigned to the healthcare, instruments, industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.